All right, welcome back to another CTO Dose here at VMworld 2019. I've been walking the show floor, picked up some interesting conversations. I figured we're going to talk a little bit more about one of the conversations we had earlier already on Citrix. So I'm joined by Vishal. Let me get your title right. You're the Senior Director of Product Marketing, right?
That's right, yeah. Vishal Gananiwala, Senior Director of Product Marketing. I've been with Citrix 17 years, so a long time Citrix employee, but more importantly, a big Citrix fan.
Right. So big Citrix fan, right? So I know Citrix as an old company that does VDI really well. That's not you guys anymore, right? So you've transitioned into something called the experience, the employee experience. But there's many ways to explain it. So I'm kind of curious, what's your definition of employee experience and why is it important?
Yeah, I mean, it's the latest buzzword, right? I mean, you can't walk around in conferences these days without hearing the buzzword employee experience. But let's take a step back and even define at least what is employee experience, right? So in really short terms, employee experience is the journey which employee takes from the very beginning, from the day he gets an offer letter to the day he's basically resigning or off-boarded, right? But more importantly, it's everything he experiences while at work, but also his daily experiences at work. His experiences with the applications, his experiences at the physical workplace, his experiences with the technology, and everything which touches him to be more productive or get his work done.
I can relate to that. I had one employer where even though I had a laptop on the first day, I couldn't use it for a month.
Right. Yeah.
So that's kind of the issues you're aiming at, right? That's what makes an employee happy or very dissatisfied.
Yeah.
But why is it important to make sure that experience an employee has is actually top notch? What's the driver behind it?
So yeah, really good question. So why is employee experience important, or why does it matter, right? And just like how you said, like the employee you had, and he had this laptop, but not all your apps loaded, the frustration they go through is measurable. And in fact, there are a lot of studies done which says most employees actually make up their mind in the first week, right? Whether they're going to be staying with the company or leaving, depending on the onboarding experience. And so onboarding experience is not just coming up with how your co-workers are, your managers are, but how your interaction with the technology is. Do you have all your apps with you to be productive or not? Do you have the right set of technology and tools, whether it's your phones or whether it's a PC or a laptop or a MacBook, to really get your work done? You don't hire employees to just struggle between these service tickets, right? You're really hiring them to get work done and do their very best. And so that's just one aspect of it, right? I mean, employee onboarding absolutely affects employee experience, but actually Citrix, an economist, did some studies, and it was really, really interesting to find that what really matters as an employee experience is essentially their daily experience with the technology. So imagine post-onboarding experience. Now you are 3 months into your job, and how you're interacting with the applications, whether applications, your HR applications for requesting PTO, or other applications where you have to enter purchase orders, or applications where you have to open service tickets, your CRM applications. And all those experiences and how you're interacting with your coworkers, so your workstream collaboration applications. So all those things need to be really simplified. And what we have really noticed is that people who really companies who really invest in employee experience get like around 40% plus better productivity. They get up to 41% better employee engagement. They have much better customer experiences and much higher revenues and profits. In fact, the studies which Gartner and Harvard Business Review and McKinsey's have done, they actually show up to 20% higher revenues for companies who invest in employee experience. So it's really, really important.
Yeah, so that goes to show that having happy employees is kind of the crux
Yeah,
of
absolutely.
successful companies.
Yes.
But the other part is technology, right? And especially in a workplace and in the workspace of me as an employee working on different applications, different tasks. The technology behind it is growing so rapidly and it's so complex. It is hard to kind of match that complexity
Yeah.
versus a good experience, right? So I'm kind of wondering what Citrix does to kind of manage that complexity to improve the experience.
Yeah. So again, great question around like how is Citrix really helping improve employee experience, right? So number one, so I think if we can all establish a fact that people are the most important asset you have. So it's it really matters that the people you have are really driving basically everything from customer experiences, from innovation, and driving growth, right? And it's really important to drive their experience. So from a Citrix point of view, we looked at what is really driving this experience down. So if you look at it, an average employee today just has to go through like 20 or 30 or 40 apps throughout their day to get their work done, right? There's just too many distractions, right? The number of notifications they get from number of applications, that's just too many. And there are too many apps, too many distractions, but the overall complexity of the switching devices and context switching just drives your employee experience way down. And so what Citrix took a different approach, and we said there must be a better way to drive these things. And so the way we really do it is by number one, organizing work.
Right.
It's a really simple concept about organizing work. So what if we can provide employees everything they need to be productive and engaged in one experience, right? So that was step one, and we announced that last year at Citrix Energy. And the concept of all the applications you need, your Windows applications, your SaaS, mobile, all the data you need, and with the search functionality, you to find things really easily and organize really work for you, right? That's a simple stream of everything you need to be productive in one experience. And then this year at Synergy, what we announced, we took our vision a step forward and said we can really help by even guiding and automating work. So let me explain what that guiding really means. So, luckily for us, when we look at the consumer world, when we look at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, they all have this beautiful feeds concept, right? And you see everything you need to see right at the right moment. And the feeds are personalized, depending on what you like and you don't like. They get prioritized in a sense. What's the most important things get bubbled up higher. And they're very contextual in nature. Depending on the location of the device, you're getting that notifications in those mobile applications. So why can't we get our work applications to do in a very similar concept? So we can now guide your daily work and your daily experiences by, maybe you have to not approve these 5 expense reports right now. They're not due till next week. Right. So maybe I will not surface these notifications for you right now. Maybe the most important work you really need to do is approve this purchase order because the deadline's tomorrow.
Right.
And so if I can do some of those things and bubble up the most important information you need to be productive and do your best work, that's guiding work. But we didn't again stop there. The concept of machine learning based or artificial intelligence based chatbots are getting into workplaces. Again, learning from our consumer lives. So we all have Siri or Alexa or Google Home, and we are very familiar with them and how we are interacting with them for our personal lives. And why can't we do the exact same things for our work life, right? So if we can have these kind of experiences for virtual assistants at work, and really get answers really fast without opening up an application, logging into the application, getting a 2-factor or a second factor, figuring out which right tab to go into it and pulling that information out, wouldn't it be nice if I say, show me all the purchase orders I need to approve today, or show me all the PTOs I need to approve today, show me sales orders from last week, and very simple queries to really help me drive and guide work. And you don't want to stop even there, and automation is the key here, right? And what really drives down experience is all the boring work, all the mundane tasks and routine tasks and repetitive tasks we all do every day.
Yeah.
And we're building a machine learning system which really understands how you work, and let's say every time we notice you that in a sales opportunity, when it decreases from, let's say, 70% to 50%, you usually set up a meeting with your manager, and you email following people, and then you set up a different set of things in Tableau applications.
Right.
But what if those things can be automated now? What if the machine can learn that these were the things you used to interact with and give you an option to automate some of these functionality for you? So it's really, really powerful of improving the daily experiences you have and consumer-like experiences, the aha moment, and when you get excited and saying, you know what, I would rather use my work applications than go around it and bypass IT.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, automating a big part of your workday, the mundane tasks, like you say. If you're able to get those out the door, automate them, make sure they happen, but you don't have to spend any time on it.
Yeah.
That means employees can do, other things, be more productive.
Right.
Invest time in new things, discovering new things, experimenting, going to new customers.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes absolute sense.
No, yeah, thank you. Just the last thing I would say is it's the employee experience equation is really, really simple. Employee experience is productivity plus engagement. And, we see a lot of competitors just talk about productivity only, but without engagement, there is no productivity. So let me give you a quick example. Here is, let's assume I saved you 2 hours in a week. But if you are a disengaged employee, not happy employee as we were talking about, where would you put that 2 hours? Right? Probably watching YouTube or not doing anything. But if you're an engaged employee and happy employee, with those extra 2 hours, you put towards innovation or customer service or being more productive and challenging yourself to grow more. So that's the big difference here.
That sounds really good. So if people want to know more about this, what should they, which website should they go to, or maybe YouTube videos to watch? What's the
It's really simple. Go to citrix.com/workspace. That's it, and get started. Take a tour, watch more videos, and learn more.
All right, thank you. So I guess that's it. It's a simple concept, simply explained. I love it. So that's it here for this episode of the CTO Does, and we'll see you back next time. Thanks.